Hey guys, Mark the Big Red Guy here. I am coming to you live from Spirit Lake, Idaho. Stopped down here at the boat launch to take a couple pictures of the bike and to get my GoPro set up. And yeah, just kind of get ready for a little bit of a ride. I'm going to head out to a place called Harrison, Idaho. And there's some really amazing curves that I've been hoping to show my buddy, Randy Biss, in hopes that he would be interested in making the leap into, or I guess just in prompting him to get his motorbike so we can start riding and he can come check that out. So anyhow, I'm going to take off. And yeah, so far the ride here is about a half an hour, 20-minute ride, half an hour maybe. But yeah, just cruising right now. Man, I want to talk to you guys about a bunch of stuff. I had a whole vlog figured out, and now I want to talk about motorcycle shops. But before I do that, I kind of want to go get some gas. So I guess I'll talk about motorcycle shops in a minute. But for right now, I'll just tell you that was the boat launch at Spirit Lake, Idaho. And I'd really like to haul us around these corners, but look at all the gravel. So we're going to come up here and I'll kind of drive you guys through the middle of the old part of town that's got a couple of businesses, bars basically. Does have one like ice cream parlor place, at least it did last summer. Not sure if they're still in business or not, but that was a cool place. Drove by through here a minute ago and saw a bunch of bikes, Harleys and whatnot hanging out. So let's cruise by through here again and check them out. There's a trike, a homemade North Idaho special trike, and some cool Harley Davidsons, and yeah, whoop-wah. So let's go get some gas. Nothing too exciting about this town, so I'm going to pause it. So just got gas, and now I'm like seriously regretting not wearing my Icon jacket, because although it was 39 degrees when I left, it's 57 now, and while that might not seem like it's very warm, with this this jacket that I've got on, it's got the second layer in there, and yeah, I'm literally already sweating, so yeehaw to that idea, but whatever. Boy, I hope the wind noise is not too much for you guys. I could go like this. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but the wind noise goes 100% away, but I am too damn hot. That wind has got to do its job. So anyhow, man, it's really late in the day for me to be starting out on this trip, but I really want to go hit some twisty roads, so I'm biting the bullet and going for it. Might bring me back a bit later than I wish I would be, but who cares? We're gonna do it. Wow, that's really noisy. I had my earplugs in for the first part of this trip. I don't want to ruin the video, so I will try to get rid of a little bit of the air noise. Anyhow, so yeah, I had a whole different deal going on. I wanted to talk to you guys about what a lot of men face, which is, oh well, a lot of men and women face, but from a man's perspective, I wanted to talk about divorce and stepchildren and you know, separation from your own kids and all that kind of stuff, and it's all kind of heartbreaking and doom and gloom, but it's not. There's a light on the other end of the tunnel, for sure, and I wanted to just kind of give some encouragement on that. But I'm going to save that for another time, because today I want to talk about what really kind of pissed me off, which was the the motorcycle shops around here, and I'm referring to all of the motorcycle shops in Spokane, Washington, and the one that I could find that was open, and a dealer of the bike of my choice in Coeur d'Alene. Now, that said, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to bash people. I'm not going to say anything horrible. But here is kind of what I wanted to hit on. Just the frustration. Okay, granted, I've not had a bike since 1993. This is the first time that I've had to ask for anything service-wise since then, because I bought this bike last summer and it needed nothing. Now it needs a rear tire, really bad. So here's my experience. So I called the first place this morning, and I kind of plead my case and say, hey, I really want to go do a ride today, but I need a back tire really bad. Well, okay, let me start over. First of all, I get the receptionist. The receptionist says, let me transfer you to the parts department. She comes back on after much delayed time and says, I'm sorry, parts department is busy. Let me ship you over to the service department. Service department answers the phone, says, oh yeah, we can hook you up, we can do that tire today, no big deal. I said, okay, well, what's it cost to do the additional, to do the final drive while you're in there? Oh, no big deal, we can do that for X amount of dollars. And okay, great. So how much is the tire? Oh, I don't know how much the tire is. I got to get you back to service or to parts for that. I said, well, they transferred me to you because they were busy. Okay, fine. So he goes and fumbles around for a while and comes back and he goes, oh, yeah, we got 2 of those tires in stock. It's going to be about $425. And the big pause in this video was based off of my reaction, which was to sit there with my jaw open going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That's a lot of money for me right now. I don't have a job. Now, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video that I've already made. Go watch it. But, yeah, that's a lot of money for me right now to drop on a stupid motorcycle tire. So that was frustrating. So then I get back on. So then I told him, I go, well, I got to be honest. I was looking at Cyclegear and they had that same tire for like $195. Well, that's weird. So he sends me back over to parts department again. Parts department goes around and he has to go look for the tire and see if he's got it in stock. He comes back, oh yeah, I've got it in stock. Okay, great. How much? With the 30% discount we're offering you today, it's going to be $265. Okay, how much is installation? Installation is, what was it? $65. Okay, interesting. That's a big difference, but still Cyclegear was way cheaper on the tires. So now I'm still kind of pondering my options in my head going, well, okay, so do I go get the tire from now, keep in mind, I live like an hour and a half away from any motorcycle shops. So, and even Cyclegear itself. So I could have the tire shipped to me and put it over my shoulder and, do the, I don't know, whatever. I don't really know how to get it there. So I'm pondering all these ideas. So I decided to call another shop. Another shop, what did they quote me? They quoted me $80 in installation. Oh, no, let's stick with the first one. So the problem with the first one still comes back to, he goes, the parts guy then goes into the service department and says, okay, well, this guy's thinking about coming in here and getting this done, wants to make sure we're available. Oh, no, we have a bike show coming up. We can't touch that thing for at least a week. So he comes back to me, and I'm like, man, he just told me that no big deal, they could get me in today. It's not a problem. Okay, so fine, I'm going to look somewhere else. So then I call the next shop. Next shop wants $85 or $90, I can't remember which one, for installation, but they don't have the tire. Okay, so basically go get your own tire and we'll charge you $90 to install it. Next one I call, kind of the same thing, but it was just even more weird. They were trying to throw me different options, and it was just all convoluted. Just the pricing was all over the place. So finally I call one last shop. Oh, in the meanwhile, I had called the one in Idaho, in Coeur d'Alene, and I asked for, I just asked for all the same specifics, the same type of tire and everything else. They were just kind of confused. He came back and he goes, well, we have a Michelin sitting in here, but I can't tell you if it's a Pilot 2 or 3 or 4, or it just says Michelin Pilot. So I'm going, yeah. He's like, but if you want to come in here, I can show it to you. I'm like, dude, I'm an hour and a half away from you. I don't want to drive all the way in there just for you to sell me an overpriced tire. And by the way, he wanted $285 for it. All right. So back to the last place I call. Finally, I'm fed up. And I call the last place, and I just ask straight up for the general manager. Because I want to talk to somebody who can explain to me if I'm an idiot expecting to get a tire put on in one day, why all this pricing is so fluctuated. So anyhow, I asked for a manager, and the guy goes, well, who is this and what is this concerning? With this, undertone of just basically, I'm a D-bag, and we don't have to do anything you tell us to do. If you have a complaint, I might just hang up on you type of attitude. So anyhow, I get him to go ahead and give me the general manager, and I start explaining what my issue is, and he cuts me off immediately and starts telling me what my issue is, and that is spring, and it's almost spring. We've had nice weather. Everybody wants service. They can't keep up. Fair enough. I'm cool with that. Why doesn't somebody just explain that to me from the get-go? I don't know. Or at least suggest, hey, we can fit you in this day. Can you please bring it in then? And I would be, happy. Then he explained to me the tire situation, that nobody's going to compete in a dealership as far as tires go because they don't buy direct. They have to buy from a wholesaler or from a distributor. So because they're just not big enough, and if you're Harley Davidson and you have 3 different tire sizes, great, no big deal. But if you're into sport bikes and whatever, there's all these metric tire size differences. There's just too many combinations for anybody to keep up with, having that many tires in stock. So that's why they have to do that. So basically, at the end of the conversation, he suggested, dude, go buy yourself a tire online, have it shipped to your house, and bring it in. It's a nice idea if I didn't live an hour and a half away, but I guess I'm gonna have to just spend the gas to have my wife bring the tire in our Suburban that gets 16 miles to the gallon, an hour and a half drive away to do this. So anyhow, just kind of a pain in the ass. Sorry, it's kind of a rant. I don't even know really why I'm talking about this. It's really pretty stupid, but I guess I'm just frustrated, and I'd like to hear from any of you guys that have had the same frustrations and any thoughts and ideas. And now, before you say, change your own stupid tire, well, keep in mind, I'm not very mechanically inclined, first of all. Second of all, I have a shaft drive bike, so from my understanding, it's a little bit more difficult to do than your average motorcycle. So that said, I guess now I'm talking myself into it. I guess I should stop being a baby about it and just learn how to do it myself, right? Save myself at least that installation cost. And yeah, dang it, I just talked myself into it, I think. So, more bikers, hey, what up, boys? Put helmets on, jeez.